HSN price.
Well, hello everybody. Good evening. My name is Helen Keeney. I'm going to be your host for the next 2 hours where we have a special event coin show. We've got so many exciting items. I look through the show. There's a lot of things that you haven't seen, a lot of exciting stories, a lot of things that are very collectible, of course, with coins. So we're going to jump right in right now and introduce our special guest for which this show would be a lot of me talking about the weather. It's our resident numismatist, Mr. Mike Mezak. Hi, Mike. I'm so glad to talk to you.
Hey, Helen, how you doing?
I'm always relieved to hear your voice, Mike. It's the only show I do that I would be really in big trouble without you.
Well, the battery on my phone's down to 12%, so...
Oh, no. I'm going to send people right over with a new phone. Okay.
No.
I know. Okay. So we're starting out with something really cool, and I know you and I have talked about this. I've been to Atlanta for the Coca-Cola. There's actually a museum there, and this is the 2020 Coca-Cola vending machine bottle cap silver coin set. And this is so cool. It's like a little, it looks like one of those vending machines, and I'm old enough to remember what those look like. This is a really kind of very cool, kitschy set. I love it.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I've been there as well with my oldest son. It was one of our great trips. Yeah, that's one of those old kind of gas station Coca-Cola machines.
Yes.
That I certainly grew up with. And if you pop that open, the front of that door kind of opens up on the Coke machine, so to speak. And then you've got all of the selections, of course, are the different drinks. Now, they started with the Coca-Cola bottle cap. They started with the bottle cap, I think 2 years ago as a coin. But now, this year, they added some of the other Coke products, including, of course, Diet Coke, there you go, and Fanta and Sprite. Those are kind of the big four, if you will. And if you look at it, it's a bottle cap, but it's actually a coin, and it's actually silver. And, of course, you know, Coca-Cola is one of the most iconic brands in the United States. I don't think anybody doubts that in any way, shape, or form. So you've got that. You've got the 4 different bottle caps with that absolute 5-star customer pick. I don't have a big quantity. It's my final quantities. I kind of try to space it out over the course of the year to be able to get these. So these are kind of final quantities. And if you pull out that little piece of paper in there, that is the certificate of authenticity, and you can open that up and you see the bottle caps on one side, then you see the information on the other, and it tells you the limited edition. It tells you everything about the entire set that you're going to have, so it's uniquely, as you can see, isn't that fantastic? And each one of you go all the way to the end. That's the serial number. Mm-hmm. That's each set, each certificate is individually numbered out of the entire limited edition. Obviously, a sold-out limited edition. We only have them because we already have them in stock, ready to ship. We already have them in stock, ready to ship. And I think that's critically important for you. So if you've missed it in the past, now's the time to pick it up. If you're coming into the holidays, I won't have them, okay?
Right.
I know it's a little early, but for coins, for this, it's not too early because what I have is my final quantities, my final quantities on the Coca-Cola bottle caps. Each one of the 4 is solid silver. Each one of the 4 is a limited edition coin in essence. So they're all 4 coins. They're all 4 silver. Then with the custom, Coca-Cola set that you have right there that goes in the old-time Coca-Cola vending machine.
Hey, you know, Mike, I want to add that we're doing our extended holiday returns. Coins are included in that, because I asked before the show. Coins are included, so if you're giving this as a gift for the holidays, you have till January 31st, 2021 for returns or exchanges. By the way, I think we only have 150 left. Is that what you said there? Okay, 150 left, Mike. They went very quickly.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I spaced them out. I mean, I got I think 10% of the entire vintage for the world, and we put them out in 3 different tranches, if you will. And this is our final. This is all we could hold for the end of the year. Our final tranche of only 150, about 150 sets is all we have between now and the end of the year.
All right, well, keep ordering. It's a customer pick, by the way, on hsn.com. We've got 3 FlexPay, $56.65 to add to your Coca-Cola collection. All right, this is one of the most exciting things that we have done here in Coins with HSN. So come over to the TV and listen up. 1986 MS69 NGC, which is the grading company, Silver Eagle dollar coin at $189.95. Mike, of course, will give you all the details, and I know we're going to take a little bit of time to explain this.
Well, it's funny. I've sold 1986 Eagles since 1986. That's how long I've been doing this. So, in and of itself, I mean, a 1986 Eagle, particularly where we are in the year and where we are in collecting, is a pretty big deal to have anyway. So I've got these in stock. I debuted this coin, and this coin, the entire world saw this for the first time last night, this morning at 1 a.m. And at 1 a.m., I sold 500 coins.
Wow.
First off, it's the first year of issue. Of course, 2020, by definition, is the most, oh my goodness, it's the most collectible Silver Eagle ever done by the United States government, because the government has announced that in 2021, they're changing the design of the Eagle. So the 2020 has just been selling unlike anything else. The 86, the first year of issue, is about 6 to 7 or 8 times rarer than the 2020, and we've been sold out for months and months and months. But this is even more special than that. Already, we have lots and lots and lots of people on the phone to get that first year of issue. But here's the thing, wait a minute, that's a mint state coin. You've got it in your San Francisco bridge core holder. Because conventional knowledge, if you would ask anybody, 5 days ago, 6 days ago, 7 days ago, where was the 1986 Mint State Eagle made? Every coin expert on the planet would have answered Philadelphia. It was common knowledge. It was the general consensus. From 1986 until 1999, all Mint State Silver Eagles were made at Philadelphia. That's the way they all are. That's the way they're all certified. That's the way everything is. We just got information through a Freedom of Information Act request. We asked the Mint, hey, by the by, where have you been making all these Silver Eagles, assuming what the answer would be when it came back? We were wrong. And if we look at that paper behind the coin, that's the Mint letter. By the way, you'll get that.
You do get the letter? You get the letter included, yeah. Mike? Okay.
Yeah, and what we did is we made it two-sided to get the letter on one side and the numbers on the other side. And the answer said, yeah, I mean, we don't have to actually give you all the information you wanted, because we wanted like an encyclopedia of knowledge. They wouldn't give us that. It'd give you kind of specifically what you asked for. So if you go to the number side, that's the really important one. Mm-hmm. It turns out that in 1986 and 1987, the Philadelphia Mint didn't make any Silver Eagles. As a matter of fact, the Philadelphia Mint didn't make any Mint State Silver Eagles until 2015. Mm-hmm. And as a matter of fact, the San Francisco Mint made all of the Silver Eagles in 1986. Made all of the Silver Eagles in 1986 and in 1987. Nobody knew this before. Right and there. It was like, I think there might have been people who suspected, but now we've got proof. Now we've got, a letter from the government saying 86 and 87, the very top lines, all of the coins were made at the San Francisco Mint. So for the very first time, as I made this available last night, and you're seeing it right now, you see the 1986 Eagle correctly identified. You see it correctly certified. You see it correctly showing exactly where it was made. Now, people say, well, I have a 1986 San Francisco Minted Eagle. Well, if you do, it's a proof coin. All the proof coins were made there, and everybody knew that for the first 5 years. Now we know that only the 86 and the 87 were made at the San Francisco Mint. So of all those, it was the only year that every single Silver Eagle was made at the San Francisco Mint. It was 1986 and 1987. And I have got these coins now. Correctly identified. And right after this, I'll give you an opportunity to own some of the 87s as well. And that would be the complete set. If you'll see the coin, it says struck at the San Francisco Mint. That has never been on a Mint State American Silver Eagle before that we could definitively know 100%. So in essence, every single 1986 Silver Eagle out there is either misidentified as having been made at the Philadelphia Mint, or it is incompletely identified because it does not say. Now this coin is correctly identified for the very first time. This sat in front of our noses to some degree, just waiting to be asked for all of these years, and we finally have that information. Now, we have put this bridge core that you see here, of course, the Golden Gate Bridge, that denotes a San Francisco minted coin, has never been on a Mint State 86 or 87 American Silver Eagle before. And that core, by the way, that bridge core is exclusive to me. I'm the only one that can sell a GC bridge core. So I certainly would have put it in there if I'd known. Well, I finally have got it. We've finally got them correct. We've finally got them available, correctly identified. Now, here's the secondary problem with that.
Yeah.
There are no 1986 Silver Eagles available in the marketplace today. We've had this information, in all honesty, there's about 4 of us that have known in my company and affiliated with my company that have known about this for about 3 weeks, 2 weeks, perhaps. And we have purchased every single 86 Silver Eagle available in the marketplace that is possibly
Wait, so Mike, you didn't make an announcement in like Coins Weekly about it and then try to buy them.
Well, we did, yeah, we did now.
You did now. This is what this is. Okay,
So
that was good. That was a good move.
Right, thanks. Anybody that has an 86 Eagle has to send it in and have it recertified with the cost affiliated with recertification. More importantly, all the 86 Silver Eagles, which are pretty rare to begin with, because this year they're going to make probably 30 to 40 million American Silver Eagles. And you can see by the mintage chart behind there that the 1986, there was only 5.3 million. So it's 6 or 7 times rarer than the best-selling Silver Eagle in history. I've been sold out for months and months and months, regardless of this information. Because now, since they're changing the design in 2021, it's the bookend coin. It's the very first year of issue. And with the increased demand and scrutiny, with the American Silver Eagle as a collectible, everybody wants the 2020, that's the end. And they have to have the first one, the 86, that there's a beginning. But of course, there's not enough coins to go around. It has already been in ridiculously short supply. Now, with this new information that's out there, there will be renewed interest. And as well we know how supply and demand works, when the supply is 1/10 of what it should be, and demand doubles, triples, quadruples, and now you have it, the only coins available in a 1986 Mint State 69 in a San Francisco core that you see here, the entire population is less than 2,000 coins. That was every single coin available in the marketplace for the last 2 weeks. Less than 2,000 coins. I mean, that's how rare it was to begin with. And now, with this renewed demand, it's going to be insane, okay? It's just going to absolutely, positively be insane what the demand is going to be for this coin going forward. Now, understand, it's not going to diminish. That demand is going to increase even more as we get to 2021.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Because in 2021, when they change the design, people are going to go, well, I have to have the first one. Well, by then, who knows where they're all going to be? I mean, already they're in phenomenally short supply. And then look at this, struck at the San Francisco Mint. It is a unique opportunity for you to be able to get this coin that we have right now. And I have got this coin. The only place you can buy it in the entire marketplace today is from me. Right here, right now. Let's you know, this is what your chance is. We debuted it at 1 a.m. this morning. I have sold 500 coins. We sold 500 coins this morning. We are about half sold through of all the quantity, just about half sold through all the quantity that I have got available, period. I also have available the 1987, which we'll give you a shot at here in just a minute, but you can ask when you call in for this one. Or
right, I do have it.
Go to hsn.com or however you're doing it.
I do have the 87 out here that we will talk about in a second, but I just wanted to understand.
So
yeah, that's available too.
Exclusive San Francisco Mint State set. So there's only 2 years that the Mint State American Silver Eagle was made exclusively at San Francisco. That's 86 and 87. So not only is the beginning year in 86, but if you add the 87, you have a complete exclusive San Francisco Mint Mark set. So this is breaking numismatic news. Everybody is just going crazy on this. We've got all kinds of people on the phone. It is an absolutely amazing opportunity. And understand, it's not something I can bring back week after week after week after week because there's simply not enough coins already in the marketplace. Now add in this information, and it's, like I said, I mean, it's just something that is so numismatically significant because it breaks 35 years later numismatic news that nobody knew about. And on top of it, it's the first year of issue of a coin set within, a subset within the American Silver Eagle that ends in 2020.
Well, and also the condition. I mean, you've got an MS69. These are graded NGC too. I mean, adding to the value.
Well, I have a couple of 70s. We graded about, what did we grade? 2,500 coins. I think we ended up, and I'll have them hopefully up on HSN.com next week.
How much are they going to be?
Over $1,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's a handful. More importantly, you have to understand, of the coins that we graded, not all of them even graded Mint State 69.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what I was saying. I mean, that is amazingly high grade considering no one knew to baby them, right?
Right. And because the early American Silver Eagles, the United States Mint, they're just like, oh, we're making silver bars. They were coins. They did not treat them as such.
Right.
Any American Silver Eagles in the early years are ridiculously difficult to get in Mint State 70. I think a complete Mint State 70 MGC Silver Eagle set, probably $60,000 maybe, something like that. Because all those early years are almost impossible to find. Like the 96s, I think that's about an $8,000 or $10,000 coin for a 96.
Oh,
and
my
of course,
goodness.
all the ones that do exist out there are either incorrectly identified by Philadelphia Mint because they just assumed it was made there, or incompletely identified without denoting where they were made. So it's going to require what we call a reholder. You have to send in your coin and pay another grading fee. Now understand, just 1986 American Silver Eagles, just regular, before we had this information, I've been sold out of for 5 months.
Wow. Wow.
Every time we put them up, we sold every single solitary coin we could get our hands on, and now we've got, for the first time, like I said, 1986 parenthetical S, because it has no mint mark. That's why it has to be certified.
Right.
And then we show you struck at the San Francisco Mint. Do not confuse this with the proof coin, which has an S mint mark. Everybody knew those were made at San Francisco. Okay, everybody knew those were made at San Francisco. Now you need this to match up the pair. So the 86 proof S, and now the 86 Mint State S, okay? For the very first time, they become the San Francisco Mint pair. And the only 2 years that the Mint State American Silver Eagle was made exclusively at San Francisco is 1986 and 1987. This coin and the 87 that follows is the absolute total complete set.
Yeah, and by the way, Mike, as you can, figure out, because you always know what everybody's gonna love, we're getting very busy. Everybody's sort of rushing in right now. We've sold a couple of hundred of them, but all of a sudden everyone's calling in all at once. Don't forget, you can use FlexPay, $63.32, and we will send you the coins. And these are in stock, ready to go when this goes. Of course, obviously that's the end of it. Giving gifts for coins, you do have extended holiday returns, which is, something that I never would think anyone would ever say about a coin. But yes, that's what we've got here. It's part of our HSN, publicly traded company. All the rules apply to all the shows. So extended holiday returns go to the coins as well. But I'll tell you, this is something that you're going to be like. It's not going to be like, oh yeah, I got that one. It's going to be like, oh, I wish I got that one. It is going to go for sure, right, Mike?
Yeah, and that's the problem. It's not something I can really restock,
right?
Because I've been trying. There hasn't been a coin show in a while because of current events.
Yes.
There was one, I guess, 2 weeks ago that was usually a kind of a smaller show, but now, because it was the first show in a while, a bigger show. A couple of hundred dealers. I went to buy 1986 Silver Eagles. You know how many I was able to buy? There was tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions of dollars of coins on the floor. 1986 Silver Eagles, I bought 12.
Wow.
One guy had a half roll of 10, and another guy had two coins in a flip.
That's incredible.
So out of $100 million worth of coins, 12 of them were Silver Eagles. And that's kind of where we stand in terms of collectability. Now, here's the thing. Even without this information, even without the bridge core that's exclusive to me 100%, even without knowing that everything else is incorrectly or incompletely identified, this, in essence, would have sold out anyway if I put it in a regular brown label NGC holder.
Oh, yeah.
Because first year of issue American Silver Eagles simply don't exist.
Right, even without that information about the San Francisco Mint, for which you are receiving a copy of the Department of Treasury letter with the numbers and where things were made. Even without that, I was gonna say, Silver Eagles, because of them changing the design, Mike, I know you and I have done a show recently, and those are like, we can't, they just fly right by. You know, immediately.
There's a shortage of, I would estimate, 15 or 20 million coins at the very least out there in the marketplace. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah.
There's just a tremendous, ridiculous shortage of Silver Eagles in the marketplace. The United States government simply can't keep up with the demand for 2020s. Now, people say, well, what do you mean they don't exist? I've seen them before. But to me, my definition of a coin existing is the ability of me to be able to buy that coin.
Right.
Okay, it only exists if it's not in somebody's collection.
Right.
So, I mean, I use that very loosely when I say this coin doesn't exist. I mean, certainly this coin exists. The government made 5 million of them, of which there's maybe 4 million remaining because bunches of them had been melted down over the course of the years.
Right. It's just not available for our customers to acquire.
That's right. Many more of them don't even certify it in a 69 or 70 grade. All the other ones, other than the basically 1,500 coins that we have here, are either not correctly identified or they are actually literally misidentified because they are from the Philadelphia Mint. Like I said, the general consensus in the entire industry, you look at every coin book, whatever you want to look at, they'll say the American Silver Eagle, the Mint State coin, was made at Philadelphia from 1986 to 1999, then it switched over to the West Point Mint.
Yeah.
Nothing could be further from the truth.
Who knew?
Well, that's right. Well, now everybody.
Because you just told them, Mike.
The Philadelphia Mint didn't make any coins until 2015.
Yeah, wow.
So, I mean, it's a big deal is ultimately what it comes down to. It is a big deal is what it comes down to, and it is that way with our customers as well.
Right.
These are selling incredibly quickly. And understand, look, I wished I had... Oh, gosh, I wish I had 5,000. I think I could sell 5,000 of these between now and certainly the end of the year.
Yeah, we certainly don't have that.
Yeah, we don't have anywhere near that, as a matter of fact. It is spectacular. Like last night, and it was funny, because so many people kind of recorded the show. When we got done, we'd sold about 300. When I woke up this morning, it was 500. Okay?
Yeah. Right.
So, you know, as people find out this information and the buzz gets out and everybody wants San Francisco Bridge Core Mint State American Silver Eagles, well, this is where you get them. You only can get them from me.
Yep.
And so this is what you've got. This is what your opportunity is. And understand the premium I'm charging for this exclusive core is just not that much money. Because the other thing that's happened since I bought up all the 1986 American Silver Eagles, the ungraded, uncertified price on these for like fresh, quote-unquote, boxes from the mint is up about 40% now, okay, in the last 2 weeks. So anything 1986 and now correctly identified is just so incredibly difficult to get any place in the marketplace. Well, we've got them in stock, ready to ship. In stock, ready to ship. We're still putting the last ones in holders. We have them. I'm not. NGC is. and so what you have is this unique. So you're making numismatic history. After 35 years, we've unearthed the actual story, the true story of the American Silver Eagle, and you have the opportunity for the very first time to own a correctly identified 1986 or 1987 American Silver Eagle.
Mike, 250 have sold, not counting all the people on the phone in the ordering process. So you're 100% right. These are, you know, going out out the door, and I know we've got to talk about another 40 seconds, and then we're going to talk about the 87 that we also have. So, you know, definitely call in and get yours. You could use FlexPay, exclusive. And the two letters that you see behind me from copies from the Department of Treasury, also with the, you know, the year and where they were made and how many were made. This chart right here, that is such important information that adds to the value, right, Mike?
That's proprietary information. If I chose not to do anything with this, I probably could have made a phone call and sold that letter, and even though it's public information, but I had it.
You're right.
I knew the question to ask.
Right.
Okay, is ultimately what it comes down to. I asked the right question. And so that information was worth literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so we're breaking that right now, right here on HSN for worldwide numismatists. So now you know, now you have got the correct information. Now you can get the correctly graded coins. You can get them correctly identified for the very first time, the very first Silver Eagle. And like I said, going into 2020, the first year of issue has been impossible to find anyway. Now with this new information, I mean, it's what's the technical term? Katie bar the door.
Well, we did put the 87 out, so that's we're going to talk about that. And you were saying it's just those 2 years, 86 and 87.
Those are the only 2 years of the 35 years of the American Silver Eagle that were made. The Mint State coin was made exclusively at San Francisco. We know that, okay? We know that they were made exclusively at the San Francisco Mint. So that is the set, the 86 that you just bought and the 87 that's right after this. Now the 87, because it's not the first year of issue, you can see the difference from the price. The 87 Eagle is a little easier to get because they made us more of them, but they actually grade more poorly than the 86s.
That's interesting.
So, it was even worse. I mean, I guess they did their best job, which wasn't that great in 86. And by 87, it's like, yeah, whatever. You know?
They just gave up, right?
Yeah, they just gave up. So 1987 is even in Mint State 69, it's not a 50% grader. In other words,
Mike, are you going to have any Mint State 70s for 1987 on the website next week?
No, I don't have 86s or 87s right now. We're getting a count on those. We need those finalized.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, because they're such valuable coins, NGC's great about that. They want a couple of pairs of eyes on that to make sure.
Right.
Because they understand that instead of a $189 coin, it's $1,000 or $1,500.
Exactly.
Instead of a $139 coin, it's an $800 or $900 or $1,000 coin.
Right, and so, also for everybody watching at home, the difference between a 69 and a 68 is like also you could drive a train through.
At that point, they're graded what's called Gem BU. And in all honesty, even the Gem BUs, they're not going to be really much less money.
Right, I was going to say, yeah, this is really the deal.
I mean, understand they're each an ounce of silver, so you've got silver. So now you have, you know, the design of the American Silver Eagle's changing, so that's created incredible demand in the Eagles. The 86 was the first year of issue. The 87 completes the San Francisco minted Mint State set, in essence, when it comes to exclusively minted San Francisco Mint State Silver Eagles. And then, of course, you have silver doubling. You've got all of those things in the marketplace, and they become instantly collectible. So even the Gem BUs are going to be like the 87 Gem BU. I mean, it's going to be every bit of $119 probably. The 86 is probably going to be, even in Gem BU, probably $149 or $159. So the premium that you're paying for Mint State 69 is really minuscule.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say you'd pay for Mint State 70s. And now you have correctly identified coins for the very first time.
Right.
You've got correctly identified coins for the very first time in the entire series. That's critical for you to understand. If you already own the coins, you're going to have to recertify them.
Right. This really would be the only way to have that complete collection of Silver Eagles, right? Bookending is to have this one. Right?
Correctly identified. I mean, you can have the 86 and 87. They are what they are, right?
But you've correctly identified. I mean, that's going to be the next level of collecting, is to have this one.
That's right. And with the, with the bridge core, which is exclusive to me, so it's the only way that you can get it. And we debuted that today. Today's the first time this coin was available, generally available in the entire United States, was today, right here on HSN. So it's not just that we give you the best coins, we're breaking numismatic news here as well. And that's critically important for your collecting and for your ability to add to your collection. Then add in the fact you were talking about extended holiday return. What's that, like 4 months or something?
Yeah,
3 months?
Mike, it's till January 31st, 2021 for returns or exchanges. I know in the coin world, that is impossible to even buy a coin and exchange it in 10 minutes. Like you could buy it, turn around and say, I want my money back, and then be like, too late, right?
Yeah, right. Then it becomes a negotiation.
Right, yes, I know. So you've got until the end of January. I mean, I think we're thinking coins, like everything, are definitely giftable to buy now and give as a gift for the holidays is the concept.
There's absolutely no doubt about it, particularly in our exclusive holders, particularly with the new information, the Treasury letter that comes with this. I think it's a wonderful addition. Now we've kind of changed the letter insofar as we put it on one piece of paper. All the so it's front and back. So the front is the letter and the back is the numbers. So that you'll get that too, which I think is, having this information is incredibly valuable. And it's the first time that it's been available, in essence, in any time in the marketplace. Nobody has known about this. It just doesn't exist in terms of what people thought. Everybody thought the Silver Eagle was made at Philadelphia from 1986 to 1999 for basically almost 15 years. They couldn't have been more wrong. They were off by a factor of 1 trillion, because zero. Divide by zero.
And by the way, Mike, when you say everybody thought, that includes people like you who know everything about coins. That to me is the amazing part.
Right, and so, I mean, in essence, and it's not like the government went out to fool anybody.
No.
People just made assumptions.
Exactly,
and they didn't ask the questions. And so we asked the question, and the answer came back and absolutely floored us.
Right, and then you were like, I want that in writing.
Right. Well, that's what we do. We make these Freedom of Information Act requests, and then eventually we get a letter that says, okay, here's what you want to know, or nothing. We refuse to give you your answer.
Really?
And part of the letter says that, as a matter of fact. It says, look, the United States Mint is not obligated to do any research for you. If it's readily available information within the Mint, we will provide that to you, but we're not going to go out and do a bunch of crazy stuff to do your research for you.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right, but they might be okay to confirm something.
That's right. It says, thus, because you are requesting United States Mint reform research services and answer interrogatories rather than provide agency records, your requests are not valid for Freedom of Information Act requests. Nonetheless, the United States Mint will give you the following information.
Okay, thank you. Wow, I feel like I did something wrong. Okay, thank you.
They have the keys to the kingdom there.
So, Mike, how do you think about what should I ask? I mean, that has to be some of the key to all this, right?
Well, some of it, you have to know, okay, what has the Mint done? What is the Mint likely to have done?
Right.
What is the Mint likely to have not released in terms of information? All of those types of issues, those are all the types of questions that we ask or hope to ask.
All right, well, very, very popular. 1987, San Francisco Mint, MS69 condition, grading company, NGC, Silver Eagle dollar coin, $139.95. I do want to mention our very best value of the day, which ends in just a couple hours at midnight. It's from Shark. It is a cordless Rocket Pro vacuum with a self-cleaning brush roll. It is $100 off the retail price, plus you are getting extra bonus attachment tools. So the retail is $343. It's only $199.99. We did just sell out of the light coral, which is the rose gold. I know the silver was gonna be the most popular one after that. Everybody's been jumping on that. Also the green, there's plasma blue and iris blue as well. So we have 4 colors remaining. The shipping and handling is also free, so add that to your savings. We are also doing 4 interest-free payments of just $50 to get home. I wanted to mention this in case somebody didn't tune in for the Today Special, that it is still available and the price is good for a couple hours until midnight. There is going to be a full presentation. That full presentation is going to be at 10 p.m. with Shannon. So I just wanted to tell you about it. It's got 40 minutes of runtime with a rechargeable battery. It will bend and go under, you know, it has a hinge where it goes under your table and your coffee table. Really amazing. But stay tuned, come back. We've got more coins with Mike Mizak right after this.
Shopping is easier than ever with the HSN app. Turn on notifications to get shipping updates, exclusive offers, and alerts on your favorite products sent straight to your phone. Now you can share all your fabulous finds with your friends right from the app through Facebook, text, and more. Save your favorite products all in one place. See it, heart it, save it. Download the app for Apple or Android devices by searching HSN app on hsn.com.
At Dial 10 Beauty, we believe in the confidence that lies within you. Every woman deserves to feel beautiful in a matter of a few minutes each day. That's why I created Dial 10. I want to give you beauty tools to create that feeling. My mission is to make you feel empowered, unstoppable, and unapologetically beautiful. Give me 10 minutes and I'll change the way you see yourself.
The appraised values you see at HSN are set by independent, professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item, not the possible sell or purchase price. Because subjective estimates and judgments are involved, appraisals may vary by as much as 25%. Call your customer service rep for more information.
Thank you so much for watching HSN. We have 1.5 hours left of our coin show. This is a primetime coin show with the best of the best. I'm your host, Helen Keeney, and our resident numismatist, Mr. Mike Mizak, is standing by on the phone. Mike, we've had an exciting show already.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, you know, with the 1986 American Silver Eagles, it's a big deal. Everybody's buying these. The new information is just kind of starting to tumble out into the marketplace, and all that's going to do is create a bigger and bigger and bigger buzz for the Silver Eagle coming into the year change, the design change of 2021.
By the way, I love having Mike here in the studio, but the only thing I like about him not being here is he lets me touch the coins during this presentation. Usually I'm not allowed to go near anything. That's pretty much the rule, right? He knows, he's laughing because he knows it's true. This is the 1965 to 1969 P&D Secret Silver Kennedy 13 coin $half roll. So you can hear that click. That is the sound of money. I love it. I love it. I love it. $149.95 is the price. We are doing 3 interest-free payments of $49.98, and this has already become a customer pick, Mike. People have loved this collection.
Yeah, people say 13 coins, what's up with that? It's basically a baker's dozen is what it comes down to. These coins have become so difficult to get. I've had to sell, in essence, what amounts to odd lots of these coins because what's happened is with silver doubling over the course of this year, what you've got with this is just, I mean, everything silver 3 months ago disappeared from the marketplace.
Yeah.
In other words, they don't exist. By my turn term of existing, which is my ability to be able to buy them. This coin is absolutely, positively no difference. This is the last of the Kennedy half dollars that the United States government made that had silver in them. These are the coins from the 1960s, 1965 to 1969.
Yeah.
We do best to give you within this, kind of all the P's and all the D's within that, from 1965 to 1969. You can see, and that last one has this tiny little bit of discoloration on it. I mean, that's tarnish. I mean, you can't clean the coins, right?
Right.
You can't do that to the coins, and so I mean they are silver, so that you can see there's just a tiny bit, and it's I guess technically tarnished. We call it toning. Silver coins tone over the course of time. When they're exposed to oxygen, they start getting these nice tones. So it's not kind of a black tarnish that you're used to. It's more of a golden toning when you see the coins that you have.
Right.
So these
Hence
are the
proving
coins.
it's silver.
Well, yeah, it proves it's silver, in a lot of ways, is what it comes down to. The other thing that I did is to be able to get the pricing on these at $149.95. You get 13 coins. It's a little over $10 a coin. Nationally advertised catalog, I look at the same exact coin, they're $21.50. So these same 13 coins are going to be the better part of $300 for the same coins. And here's the difference. I was able to buy these coins basically based on the silver price. Keep in mind, silver's more than double. So it wasn't that long ago I could sell this for $79.95. But the silver price doubled, my price had to double. It's just the way that it is. The extra money, that extra $140 or so in terms of value, is in essence based on one thing and one thing only. That's the numismatic value. That's why somebody else charges more for these than what we do, is because they're charging the numismatic value, because these, as you look at these, are uncirculated condition. So you're buying them in essence for the silver, but you're getting this numismatic condition, this numismatic value that is going to come with this, which I think is critically important for you to be able to get this, to be able to get all of these coins that you're going to have in silver. You get 13 coins. They come in a nice little tube, and I know it's an odd number.
Right.
But, they're so impossible to get. I wanted to make it really affordable, so we were looking at, what's the maximum number of coins I can give you for $149.95, and that number was 13. Okay? And then we're doing our best to give you the full range of dates and mid-marks within this from 1965 to 1969. To get this last of the silver Kennedys is ultimately what we call the secret silver Kennedys, because a lot of people don't necessarily realize where these coins come from out of this, the fact that these silver Kennedys, they just don't exist anymore because they have such an intrinsic value. You can see customer pick on these as well, customer pick. If silver goes back to, $50 an ounce where it was not that long ago, I guess within about the last 8 years or so, I'm going to be $2.99 or $3.49 on these coins. So if silver doubles again, I'm going to have to double again.
Right.
More importantly, you've got silver on a kind of a transactional level, and that's why these all disappeared so quickly. People that want to own the physical silver, they want to own the metal and put it in their hands, what we call, instead of owning like a stock or an ETF or something like that. So you get them in nice uncirculated condition. You're going to get the silver involved with that in a nice size. And so people like the ability, if they have to, if silver goes crazy, they could sell them or use them one at a time in essence, because it's, like I said, a very transactable size. Instead of buying, like I said, an ETF or something, it's just a piece of paper, who knows where your silver is. You actually physically can have the silver, own it, and hold it in your hand. Yeah,
remember when we used to present those silver bars? Don't you wish we could do that right about now? I mean, you can't even get silver. It's like crazy what's going on, right?
I mean, we've sold, I was kind of looking at it, doing the math. We sold, I don't know, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of ounces of silver that today melt for far more than what we sold them for.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I remember. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And people are hanging on to them, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that's wise. I mean, clearly that's an important thing to do. And this is just another way to own the physical silver, and why not own it in the last of the coins made by the United States government, the Kennedy half dollar, that were done with silver.
Yeah. All right, well, keep shopping. This is a customer pick. We've got lots more goodies, but if you're just tuning in, I want to remind you about the 1986 Oh boy. Silver Eagle dollar coin that is discovered was minted in the San Francisco Mint. Another 400 have been picked up in this show alone. That's just right now. We just presented it. So I'm sure that's going to keep rolling in. But 736-825 is the item number if you want to get in on this. Mike, everyone just went crazy over it again.
Almost 1,000 coins sold today. So for the very first time, everybody until basically today, other than about a half a dozen people, if you ask them where the 86 Mint State Silver Eagle was made, they would say Philadelphia. Now, for the first time, we know they're San Francisco Mint. They're in the core, the San Francisco Bridge core, that only San Francisco minted coins can be in. Before today, the only time you've seen bridge core is on mint or is on proof coins, because we knew those were made at San Francisco Mint. This is brand new information. Plus, on top of it, it's the first year of issue, which, even if we didn't have that information, would probably be a complete and total sellout, because everybody is scrambling to fill their collection with that first year of issue Silver Eagle, since it's changing next year.
All right, and we have the 86. We also have a few of the 87s. Just FYI, we do have a few of the 87s. The item number for the, of the 90s of the 87s, yeah. For the 86, the item number is 736-825. And don't forget, you do have FlexPay, and we've got a lot more goodies, but that is just extraordinary. All right, new. That's what we're talking about next. 1954 to 1963, Philadelphia Mint, last decade, Franklin silver $50. Wow, that's all I have to say about that.
Wow?
Yeah, I just have to say wow. Like, as I'm seeing, it's interesting. You think about that. By the way, in there, I was born. I believe, Mike, you were as well. But $349.
Hey, that's classified information.
I don't know. You've confessed that before. Well, I've confessed I was born in that window.
Yeah, me too.
116.65 is your flex pay, but this is the big wow on this one.
Well, it's the last 10 years of the Franklin $50. Look, were it not for the tragic assassination of John F. Kennedy, November 22nd, 1963, we would still be spending Franklin $50. So this is the last 10 years of the Franklin $50. All in brilliant, uncirculated condition at $34.99 per coin.
Amazing.
If you go to the nationally advertised catalog, uncirculated Franklins, these uncirculated Franklins are going to start, you ready for this? Start at $62.50.
That's almost double.
Yeah. Well, that's the starting point.
Yeah.
Go up to the second coin in there, the 1955 Franklin $50. The 1955 Franklin $50. That is the rarest Franklin of all of the coins. Of all of the coins made by the United States Mint, that is the rarest Franklin, the 1955, and I've got it in original, brilliant, uncirculated condition. That coin alone,
yeah, what is
in
that?
nationally advertised catalogs, nationally opportunities, is going to be the better part of $100 for the 1955. You have to understand, up to $100 for the 1955. That is critically important for you to understand.
My
so that
gosh.
the 1955 is a coin that's very important, very collectible, very desirable. And when you look at that, so you're going to get one coin from every single solitary year of the Franklin $50. So like I said, they're going to this is going to run, the coin set is going to run, if you buy them individually, about $700. So we're about 50% off.
I was told by my producer, Mike, we only have 100 sets to go around, too.
Oh, are you kidding? Yeah, I guess that's true. Because, it's just no different in essence than anything else. So it's not just the fact that these are pure silver $50. Because all the Franklin $50 were made in 909, pure or solid coin silver, 90% pure coin silver. So every one of these coins has got tremendous intrinsic value. You're the better part of about I would have put a quarter of a pound of silver in here as well. But then, keep in mind, the vast majority of the Franklin $50 have been melted down. The vast majority of the Franklin $50 no longer exist. And of the ones that exist, they certainly don't exist in uncirculated condition. That's the key to this. They certainly aren't available in this condition, in this grade, in this opportunity. Look at those. Every single one of them look basically like the day they were minted, and do the math.
It'd be like a $1,000 set if they were like the 1955.
Yeah. And then you look at the 1954, that coin is 75 years old, basically. 70 or 65 years old, my mistake. 65 years old on that coin right there. So we're 65 years old. They're all a half century old, and they're brand new. They're stunning. They're uncirculated. You get every year 54, 55, 56, and that's what we're going to have with that every single solitary year of the Franklin half dollar of the last 10 years, all in brilliant uncirculated. Now, as you said, as you were informed, we had 100 sets. They're going to come in the box that you see, that little presentation box as well.
Yep.
So I think that gives you an excellent opportunity to display them. When you get it brand new, I don't think I've ever even offered this before, because those early coins, particularly the 54, 55, are exceedingly difficult to get. Like I said, the 1955, they started making the Franklin in 1948. The rarest Franklin half dollar is the 1955 Philadelphia minute coin, which is in this collection. That's the rarest coin in the entire batch. So it's not only do you get the coins, but you get them brilliant uncirculated for $35 a piece. Not $65 a piece, not $75 or $85 a piece, $35 a piece, brilliant uncirculated every single year of the last 10 years of the Franklin half dollar. It's spectacular.
By the way, my producer's updating me, Mike. We might sell this out in this presentation. We have about 93 sets left.
Yeah, they're going to go pretty quickly, because here's what you have. So you got this storehouse, this great value in terms of the intrinsic value, just the silver part of it. But understand, just Franklin half dollars of any kind bring a tremendous premium. Now take this premium and now make them all the years, including the rarest year of the Franklin half dollar. Do that, okay? Make it the rarest year of the Franklin half dollar. Then on top of that, let's go ahead and make these coins brilliant uncirculated as well, okay? And I got maybe 6,000 sets left. Out of all the coins that I had. So I think it's critical for you to get this. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've ever even offered this.
Yeah, I've never presented this before, and it says new on the screen. Then we don't do that unless it's new. I don't think we have.
Right. Well, understand. I mean, I've been here for almost 20 years, and I don't remember what I had for lunch. So, I mean, you don't hold me to it.
Right. I think I would. I don't know. I feel like I would have remembered this. I don't think I've ever for sure presented it, but I like the way it's displayed when you get this home, and you can look up them each individually the way Mike is doing. But this really is extraordinary. I love the fact that even though it's $349.95, you could put down $116.65 on FlexPay, and we'll send it to you. These are in stock. You're not putting in, dibs for something Mike's now going to go out and collect. He's got them. When you order it, off they go right to your house.
Will you turn one of the coins around to the back? Because one of my favorite things about the Franklin half dollar, it's unique in a lot of ways. So if you could turn those over and flip it over to the back of the coin.
There you go.
I'd appreciate it.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, so if we get in close on that, notice the back. Of course, it's Benjamin Franklin. Okay, it's Benjamin Franklin. And what is he associated with? Well, clearly, Philadelphia, but the Liberty Bell. And so get in there tight on that Liberty Bell. Now, here's the interesting part. It's the Liberty Bell in the reverse. However, there's a law that says any United States coin of a denomination greater than 10 cents must have an eagle on it. Well, they wanted to put a Liberty Bell on it. So they had to put a little eagle right next to the right of it.
It's a baby eagle.
See that little tiny baby eagle? They had to put that on there by law. So they gave them the Liberty Bell, but they still have to have the eagle on there.
Oh, I love it. I love these things that you point out that I would never, I would be like, oh, look at the front, look at the back. That's really interesting. I did not know that, and it doesn't really specify what the eagle looks like, just we need an eagle.
It has to
Give
have an
us
eagle
an
on it.
eagle.
If it's a denomination larger than 10 cents, it must have an eagle on it. Is what the law was at the time. So spectacular. I think we're down to the last couple of dozen of these. Like I said, great opportunity on this. Great opportunity. I was just able to stock them in essence. And so I'm really happy about that, to give everybody an opportunity in these last 10 years, because the Franklin half dollar was last made in 1963. The rarest Franklin half dollar in 1955. So you've got the last year of issue. You've got the rarest Franklin half dollar. There it is. We got 4 dozen coins. 4 dozen sets remaining. $35 a coin.
47 left, not counting the people on the phone. We will keep you posted, because we agree with you, Mike. My producer, Jared, is saying that he thinks it's going to go. So if you want to order and get in on it, if you call right now, 736-407 is the item number. The phone number to call is on your screen. But we've got more exciting things. Come with me. I see a green box here. We're going to take a couple of minutes to talk about emergency issue. So this is the 2020 MS69 IGC emergency issue Silver Eagle dollar coin at $149.95. I feel like everything in this show, Mike, has a fascinating story, and this is no exception.
Yeah, this is really quick. I'm down to final quantities. This is as fascinating a story as comes out. So we've talked about the American Silver Eagle for 2020 being the most collectible Silver Eagle in the entire bunch, because they're changing the design in 2021. Everybody's rushing to get what amounts to the final year of issue, certainly the last full year of final year of issue that you're going to have. But of course, because of current events, the United States Mint just couldn't keep up with demand. The San Francisco Mint was shut down for a couple of months. They're working on it with a reduced staff. Demand is tripled, quadrupled, quintupled between both silver doubling and the end of the series, and the Mint hasn't been able to keep up. And so we did one of our great little Freedom of Information Act requests, if you will, and we asked about, did you make any coins other than at West Point? And so we got this letter, which is also right there.
Yep, right here.
Right, and you get a copy of this letter as well, and it says, 2020 American Eagle, Silver Eagle bullion coins produced in Philadelphia. In light of the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, the United States Mint has temporarily reduced production in its facilities in order to reduce the risk of employee exposure to COVID-19. The health and safety of the U.S. Mint workforce remains our highest priority. Typically, the American Eagle silver bullion coins are minted at the Mint's West Point facility. However, due to the reduced production at the West Point facility amid the coronavirus pandemic, from April the 8th until April the 20th, the United States Mint produced 240,000 bullion coins at Philadelphia. Okay? This is one of those coins. If you look further down in the letter, it identifies the box numbers. Because remember, the Mint does not sell these directly to the public. They sell only these 500-count boxes to what are called authorized purchasers. Box number 400,000 through 400,479 were used for the coins at Philadelphia. We were able to.
And there's the box, and there's the box number.
And there's the box right there. That's how they come. They come, and it's sealed, and the whole sealed box has to go to the grading company. 4 major grading companies: PCGS, NGC, NX, and ICG. I'm completely sold out of NX coins. I'm completely sold out of NGC coins. I'm completely sold out of PCGS coins. I'm NGC coins. I have only ICG Mint State 69s. The Mint State 70s, I think our HSN price on that was a complete and total sellout at $299. I think was the HSN price on that. This is one of those 240,000 coins. It must be certified. It must be certified, because they don't put mint marks on them. So there are only 240,000 coins in existence that could be minted at Philadelphia emergency issue. And that's what we've got here, my absolute final quantities. And so as you look at this, the 2020 Silver Eagle by itself is phenomenally desirable and collectible. There's no doubt about that, because they're changing the design. This is the end of the era. It's like the king is dead. And then next year, 2021, long live the king, because this is the king of silver coins in the world today. So everybody's scrambling to get this coin. But there's this subset. They're going to do 30 or 40 million regular Mint State American Silver Eagles. I think I have one NGC, one batch of NGC coins. I got 3 dozen of them left. Mint States are just the regular coin. Okay, just the regular coin. We can't keep up with that demand, let alone this tiny little tranche, this tiny little, instead of 30 million, it's 240,000 coins. It's 240,000 coins that were made specifically at Philadelphia because of the other issues that they have with, of course, all the things with current events, with the coronavirus pandemic, the shutdown of the San Francisco Mint, the shutdown of the West Point Mint, and all of those factors together make this ultimately fantastically, amazingly collectible.
You know what? This is such an exciting time for coin collecting. Like history, like this. I've tried to put a silver lining on 2020. It's coin collecting. You know, if you want to look at it that way. This is very limited, exclusive for us here at HSN, brand new. The item number to order is 735646, $149.95, 3 interest-free payments of $49.98. And in our final couple minutes on this, Mike, I do want to also reiterate that we are doing our extended holiday returns. So when you order this, they're in stock, sent right to your door. You do have till January 31st. 2021 for returns. If you go to a coin show, Mike, and you buy something, can you go back a couple days later and return it?
That's funny. You're adorable.
Thank you.
No.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
In the coin world, it's a lot different than, I mean, you know, money back guarantees in the coin business just simply don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
In this, I mean, at this level, the fact that we do flex pay and give you what amounts to now, what do you say it was, January 31st?
January 31st, 2021 is when it's extended holiday returns, because we want people who are buying for gifts to not stress, Mike. So coins are under that umbrella.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's what, and nobody does that, given the volatility of coins, given